How dare you? Oyakhilome challenges federal government for limiting duration of services over COVID-19. The guideline for reopening of worship centers amid the ravaging COVID-19 pandemic has been a bone of contention between the federal government and religious leaders. One of the such religious leaders is Pastor Chris Oyakhilome, president of Love World Incorporated, better known as Christ Embassy, who has constantly kicked against it. One of the guidelines while lifting the ban on religious centers was that the duration of services in churches and mosques must not exceed 1 hour at a time. Oyakhilome is obviously not in support of this decision and has criticized the government for it. Chris Oyakhilome said the number of hours they were imposing on churches was that they had left in the world. Photo credits. In a broadcast to members of his church, Oyakhilome said the government had no right to take such decision, while also expressing disgust at the directive. I am appalled that some people have the audacity to tell us how many hours we can spend in church. How dare you? What in the world do you think you are? You cannot tell God's people how long they can spend in church. If you built the building for them, then you are saying you are not going to let them enter the building. Maybe because you built it. But if you didn't, you have no right to tell God's people you are going to spend 1 hour or 2 hours in church. I tell you, the number of hours you tell them they have in the church is the number of hours you have left. The man of God said. Sometime in May, Oyakhilome had questioned the search for a COVID-19 vaccine across the world. The cleric who addressed his congregation in a telecast wondered how it is possible to have a vaccine ready in July for a various scientists claimed they are still studying. Meanwhile, the world is still grappling with the deadly COVID-19. Another Nigerian pastor, Prophet TB Joshua, said a couple that contracted COVID-19 was healed by a man of God simply identified as Prophet Chris. Joshua, who is the general overseer of the Synagogue Church of All Nations, SCWAN, said Mrs. Bukola and her husband connected virtually for deliverance from the United States as they laid in their hospital beds. As usual, many Nigerians reacted to the news, thanking God for the healing. Some were of the opinion that there is no barrier when it comes to healing. COVID-19 Bishop Oyedepo wants churches to open if markets can. Do you agree? Thank you for listening to this news. My viewers, our Nigerian government are biased, completely biased. Look, let me tell you this. You look at it. If the market center can be opened, if the market center can be allowed to stay for good 6 to 7 hours in their place of sales, if this number of persons can be allowed to be in the market center, how much more in the church? See, the church is even more safer than the marketplace. It is very easy to get contracted with COVID-19 in marketplace than the church. Because the population in the market center is more than the church. You understand? Because the church itself has the church itself can still be controlled if only instructions can be given to them, and you see that they will maintain it. They will follow the instructions. They will follow the guidelines without any error. You understand? Okay, let's weigh it this way. In a market where we have 500 people, and in a church where we have the same 500 people, but these 500 people doesn't assemble at a go. They assemble in different hours. Tell me, which one do you think will not will be safer? Will be safer in getting infected? The church is safer. It's safer than the so-called marketplace, because in the marketplace you meet different kind of people. You meet different people. Do you understand now? And these people, you get yourself contacted either by touching, handshake, or exchange of currency. You understand? So it is very easy to get infected. When in the marketplace than in the church. So why now the federal government denying the church from opening, and also from staying up to the hours that they wish to stay? Why? You can see, my viewers, our governments are biased. They are biased. We really need to talk. We really need to say something about this. We must not keep calm. We must not keep quiet. Alright? So please, your comments concerning this are of great importance. Don't forget to leave them behind. Remember to click on the subscription button as well as bell button to get updated whenever we upload any new videos. And please, don't forget, your opinion will go a long way in helping curb out facts that we have to do with realities concerning all that has just been read to you right now. All right, so please don't forget to leave those comments behind. Click on the subscription button as earlier said and leave your comments behind. Thank you.